Hello people of YouTube, it is July 10th. Welcome to the monthly review of May and June.
Did you just say July and June?
I think I said May and June. Anyway, it is the monthly review of May and June. What do you remember of May?
Not much. We started new jobs, and that was all that's all I remember.
And then there was a national holiday.
There was?
Yeah, the 17th.
Oh yeah. Would you look at that?
Also don't have that much to say about May and June, I think.
I mean, clearly we don't remember anything.
Well, no, we don't really remember anything because it's now 2 months later. What is there to say about June? June just ended.
Yeah.
What did we do? You started a new job.
I started a new job. Saga and I did some dog training.
I don't really have anything else to say. I just wanted to film an intro and an outro for May and June. And then I'll
Start
cut.
July.
Yeah, exactly. Then I'll cut and start from the exact same position. So, yeah, I guess we can call it there. So, what are we doing here?
We're taking Saga for a swim, obviously. What else do you do in a doggy swim pool?
Sure, why are we taking Saga for a swim?
Mostly because it's fun. It's good training for them, and for Saga, who's a slightly apprehensive dog, one might say, it's good to have her experience new things. Excuse me while I just check what she's doing.
What is Saga's history with swimming? Now that we are back from the interruption.
Well, before we started doing swimming, she had never swam in the ocean or lakes or anything like that. She'd never done the little leap, I guess. She was really interested in swimming in the water, but she just didn't have the confidence to actually start swimming. So we did 3 sessions at Aquadog in Vestfold. And now we're on our 2nd session here, and they have a slightly different ramp, which Saga is more interested in starting from on her own, although she is a little bit apprehensive, and then she does this really dumb jump once she's actually in the water. She, instead of just starting to swim, she jumps out of the water again and then starts swimming.
Hello.
Hi. I'm eating a marshmallow.
Nice. So, what's today?
It's the 17th of May.
Which means what to the people who aren't Norwegian or have lived in Norway for a while?
It's Norway's National Day. It's our Independence Day. And we're going for a walk.
Indeed. What are we independent from?
Denmark and their stupid union.
Wonderful. And what does Independence Day mean for the average Norwegian?
Freedom! Freedom! I don't know.
Ice cream,
Celebrating
sausages, and hot dogs and soda.
So,
celebrating democracy and freedom.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps one of the biggest things it means is that we bring out all the children in their most beautiful clothing and they go up and down the streets. And we have school bands and there is celebration all day, eating ice cream and cakes and having a bad stomach by the end of the day.
nice. So what are the plans for the rest of the day?
We're gonna head on home in a bit, and then we're putting our bunads on, which are national costumes, and then we're going into town to see the parade, and then dinner with the family in everyone's bunad suits, and yeah, that's about it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Busy day.
Busy day.
So what are your thoughts on our first camping trip?
Success. Saga did very well, which was my biggest concern. I knew we would do well. We've camped before, not in this exact situation together, but we've camped in France together before. We've camped separately on other occasions before.
Many times.
Many times. We've gone out and used the jet boil many times to make food and stuff, so not a huge difference. But the new thing was bringing Saga along and having her sleep in a tent. She was so tired by the time that we actually went into the tent that she just saw her mat that we use when we hike normally anyway, and she was like, aha, my spot. And then she just went.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I put her nice warm coat on and she was nice and toasty, she was like, ah, and then she slept. And then she woke you up at 2 a.m. By stuffing her head into your sleeping bag and going,
I did my very best to ignore her. And then I think you called her over.
Yeah,
because she went over to your side of the tent.
She smacked her tail into my face enough times that I woke up, and then I was like, maybe calling her over to me would help Tom in this situation. And then she stuffed her head into my sleeping bag for a bit, and then she went back to bed. And then she slept till morning.
I was going to ask what the best bit of this camping trip was, but I assume that's it.
The fact that that was a success, yeah. Just because we want to go camping this summer, and I would be very worried to plan like a 3-week camping holiday if the first week did not go well, or the first day that we tried with Saga did not go well. Did she just growl at a branch? What was your favorite bit of the camping holiday?
I think it was just the whole thing that was nice. We went out with fairly lovely weather and had the most fair weather during the night.
Yeah.
So that was great. And as you know, I've been having a hankering for going camping, and not necessarily in Norway, but in France. But this gave me a bit of a taste of that. So that was very pleasant. I'm currently, as I'm filming, being attacked by wild pooch. And now it is the day after we slept in our tent. We have put everything back in the car and went out for a little hike. And now we're having some lunch in a field.
Some lunch in a field/swamp, depending on how you want to define it.
It's a little bit boggy, but we picked some higher ground, so it's fine.
passen, precies.
Maar dit is ook heel perfect inderdaad.
Ja, goed hè?
Ja.
Ik heb mijn best gedaan om frituurpanonderzoek te doen.
Volgens mij is het gewoon een bak vet die heet wordt. En daar kan
weinig fout aan gaan, inderdaad.
gaan. En een vaste frikandellen in, onvolwassen.
Alsjeblieft.
Ik ben in de frituurpan.
Ja, heb ik niet eens.
Ah, heel nice. Heel blij mee.
Gelukkig.
Warm.
Wacht, kijk.
Until winter rolls around, there will probably be a motorcycle bit in every monthly review. For those of you who aren't into bikes, I'll keep this sort of stuff to a minimum. This lap was fun to capture though, especially so because Frank was there. While we are riding, Frank and I can talk to each other through these little communicators we have in our helmets. They make it a lot easier to just decide what the heck we're gonna do while we are out and about. No course of action needed in advance, no stupid hand signaling, no nodding at each other, just head off and go to wherever seems interesting. Not to mention that having Frank in shot while riding and capturing it makes for more fun footage. I think so anyway. Anyway, just like in April, our trip started near Garnwerd, our favourite small town by a river. After Garnwerd, we turned off onto a tiny country road towards Aduarderzeil, which has a cool lock and some fences along the road that made me think we'd been transported to the American Midwest. Fences like these remind me of the 2005 film Racing Stripes, which is about a circus zebra that gets abandoned in Kentucky and wants to become a racehorse. I used to love that film when I was 9, and I am very confident that it completely holds up today. Fence-based reminiscing aside, we rode through some small towns like Ezinge here, waited for a bridge for a while, and our halfway point was at Warfhuizen, which is about as far north as we went for this trip. After Warfhuizen, we bent east towards Eenrum, which is a very lovely little village. It's got many cafes and restaurants, a little harbour, and once a year they've got a carnival that drags in people from the entire province and beyond. Just after Eenrum, we had a little navigation mishap, and I learned that I really need to do some U-turn training. Looking at where you want to go is all fine and dandy in theory, but if you're not entirely used to wrangling a 200 kilogram death trap on wheels, and your death trap has the upright steering radius of an 18-wheeler, your U-turn either ends up in a ditch or being taken in 3 steps. I chose the 3 steps option. Anyway, after some more of this, which I know I said I wouldn't show too much of, but I think I can get away with 2 per video, we skimmed by a little village called Onder den Dam, but instead of turning towards it, we went right towards Winsum to do some grocery shopping for lunch. We were about to have Anton over and wanted to pick up some croissants, mini baguettes and cake type things before heading home. All in all, a lovely trip through central Groningen, with delightful weather and uncharacteristically windy roads, a true rarity in the northern Netherlands. After the ride and our lunch with Anton, we went to the city to have dinner with Rebecca at Frank's house. Henk had prepared a wonderful Indian stew, which made for a great ending to an already delightful day. I am sitting in my dad's garden in the Netherlands. It is currently Wednesday. I arrived here on Friday and I'm flying back home on Monday, so I'm sort of smack dab in the middle of my time in the Netherlands, which is quite lovely. I haven't taken the opportunity to film that much of anything. I know that I've filmed Frank unpacking his month-late birthday present and me and Frank doing some motorcycling, but I don't think I've filmed much else, which is interesting because, as usual in the Netherlands, a lot happens. Basically every day and every evening of my time here has been scheduled to death. Let's do a quick tally. I arrived here on Friday. On Saturday, I went motorcycling with Frank, and then in the evening we met Rebecca for dinner. The day after that, on Sunday, we went out for dinner with my mom's family and had some really lovely Thai food in the city. We also had Anton over for lunch on Sunday, which was super lovely. He's about to head off on vacation himself, so he doesn't have much time to meet up, which is a shame, but it's very nice that we got to meet for a little bit. What did I do on Monday other than just working? Because while I'm here, I'm not actually vacationing, I'm just working from home. Yesterday though, on Tuesday, I did see Frank and I went bouldering with him and a friend of his for the first time in my life. And it went reasonably well, but I have sort of lost grip strength in both of my hands. And according to Frank, that's only going to get worse tomorrow. So looking forward to that. This evening, this Wednesday, I am going to my mom's house for dinner, and after that I am meeting Frank yet again to do some more motorcycling through the province in the evening. Hopefully we'll catch the sunset while we are out riding. That will be quite lovely. Tomorrow on Thursday we are meeting Rebecca again, but instead of eating at Frank's house, we will be going out for dinner. On Friday, my grandparents will be coming here to my dad's house to have dinner with all of us. Saturday is going to be interesting because me and Frank are going to a play in Den Bosch, which is a town in the Netherlands I have never been to before. So that's going to be quite interesting. And the play will be interesting too because it is the graduation play of a family member who has, over the last, I want to say 4 years, done a theater and cabaret education. So we'll see, but that's going to be really cool regardless. Maybe we're going camping as well on Friday to Sunday. Sunday we're driving back up here to Groningen, doing God knows what else on Sunday, and on Monday I am flying back home for my last week of work before my actual summer break starts. Summer break will of course be in the next monthly review, but for now I'm gonna get back to work and grab my camera and see what else I will actually film while I am here.
that was the monthly review of June and July. No, not June and July. Jesus fuck. That was the monthly review of June and Jesus. I was gonna say the same thing again. Zen. You're camping. You're in a field. It's all good. There's no stress. That was the monthly review for May and June 2022. We are in a field. We will be in a field for the next monthly review as well.
For the next monthly review, beginning of, not for the next month.
That'd be very sad.
That would be
Anyway,
very sad.
don't forget to push some of the positive buttons down below. Thank you. And we will see you in the next one. Ciao.